back here again with another video, and in this video today we'll be creating the window needed for the program. Okay, so as you can see, this is where we left off last time when we were just setting up and gave a general overview of the application. So yeah, let's get started. So first we'll just kind of set up the variables, declare them, the variables that we will need for this. First one we'll need is WND class, and I'm going to choose class H, which just gives us extra options. So what WND class stands for is window class. That's what we're going to name the variable. We could initialize it to 0 for now. This just initializes all the the properties to 0. Next we'll also need something called a MSG, which stands for message. We could initialize that to 0 as well. Next, we'll also need a window handle, HWND, which just stands for handle to window. I'll just call it window. We probably don't even have to initialize it. So let's go back here, set the properties. We'll now set the properties for the window class. So first thing we want to do is just set the size of it, which was just going to be equal to the size of the window class structure. Here, so window WND class X. So yeah, that's that. Next we will just set a couple style options, style flags. Can't type today, but yeah. So now we'll just set a couple style flags. There are only two I really want. First CS underscore double clicks, DB clicks, which stands for double clicks, and we can combine them with the R operator. And the next one I want is CS OWNDC, which is really on DC, which says that each window should have its own device context, but it's one word, and that's really it. Next, let's set up the window proc, which stands for window procedure. This is actually a function pointer, a function. This is in a function which we actually have to define. So let's go out here and define it right now. It takes something called the function signature for it. It returns something called an L result, which I suspect is just an int, but Microsoft just had to name it some weird thing, and it uses the callback. So yeah, and then we'll just call it window procedure. It takes in a couple arguments. It takes in a handle to the window, HWND handle. We'll call it handle. Next, it takes in a unsigned int, which is what uint stands for. It's called a message. We'll call it MSG. Next, it takes in something called a W param, which is just W param. And next, it takes in something called an L param, which we'll just call L param. Okay, so now for the definition, basically, this is an example of the event system, event type programming. So basically, we just set up a switch statement. We are listening for the message, and depending on what that message is, we'll do some different stuff. So first, we'll set up a case. So the first thing we'll listen for is something called WM destroy, an event. This is an event. It just lets us know when the window needs to be destroyed. I don't know what's up with this syntax with the indenting, but okay. So all you want to do when this happens is just post quit message with 0. Another one we want to handle similar to that is wm quit, which this one also is pretty much the same thing. We'll just do post quit message 0. And the one thing you actually do want to handle is wm size. This lets us know when the window changes size. We won't put anything here right now, but I'm just putting it here because I know we will need to do it later. And then the next thing we need to do is the default, which when in the case of default, just return default window. Default window procedure, that's what it stands for, and it takes in a couple things. It takes in the handle. Next, it takes in the message. Next, it takes in the W param. And next, it takes in the L param. This is for when it's not a message that we are not handling here, or probably things related to the system that Windows will handle itself. No need to worry too much about that. Okay, so outside of the switch statement, now let's just return 0 because, as I said, I suspect that our result is just an int, and that's what Windows recommend we do, so we'll just return 0. Okay, so back down here, we can assign the window prop to just window procedure. Don't put the parentheses there. We don't want to call the function. We just want to assign it to the property of the window class. So next thing you want to do is set the h instance for the class, window class. H instance. We're just going to set it to the h instance which we took in the win main. So set it to instance. Next, we're going to set the icon for the window. It's called h icon. For now, we'll just use load icon. Passing now, and next IDE application. This will just give us the default one. I don't think we need to worry about having a actual icon yet. Next, we want to set the cursor, which again will also be the default one, but we have to set it h cursor. So the property is called h cursor. It'll just be load cursor. Again with no, and then IDC arrow. This is the default one here, and then because we'll also set the background color, but it's not really necessary. It's called HBR, which the HBR part probably stands for HBrush, which is what Microsoft decided to call this kind of stuff. We have to cast the result. We actually have to cast the result of this to HBrush. So let's do that. And we'll just set it to color background. Okay. It doesn't really matter too much because we'll be using OpenGL for rendering. We can set the clear color if we want, but these are just some stuff that we'll set for the window class. Next, you want to, there is something called a menu, the menu name. We'll just set it to null right now. This is for if you want to make things in the menu like up here. I think that's what it's for. We don't want anything like that, so no. And then there's the class name for the window, the actual class name itself. These variables have very wide names. Okay, so the class name, which is just, we could just set it, it's just a string. Call it, I don't know, anything. Just call it skull, because it's the name of the thing. Okay, so that's it. Also, we could set the icon. You could separately set the icon, which will show up in the taskbar when it's running. The smaller, the one right here. You could also set that. There, we're gonna set it. Also to the default one. The H icon small. That's the one that will show up in the taskbar, and we'll just set it to the same default one. Lower the icon. Null. And IDE application. Okay, this looks good. So next, just what we want to do now is create the window. Well, first, actually, no, we have to register the window class. Let's just do, and it's something that could possibly error out, so you also have to check. F not register. Register, I guess we'll just have to take it. Register class. Register class X. Be sure to use class X if you're using the window class X. If you're just using window class without the EX, you could probably just use window register class. But since I'm using the extra version, we'll have to use the extra version of register class as well. We'll pass the memory address of window class. With C-based APIs like this, you most likely have to pass the memory address because these functions, because they're written in C, they don't take byte reference, so you have to pass the memory address. If this does end up erroring out, we want to return, just return something, anything -1. I would say not, be sure just not to return 0 because 0 is usually seen as a success. Return anything but 0, anything you think might be indicative of an error. But yeah, that should work though. So next, after we register it, we could actually create the window now. There's something called a window. Oh no, sorry, we created it a little lower down. So next, we could create a window. Window equal create window X. Be sure to use the version that you think is appropriate. I'll use create window X because I use the extra options. Okay, so this parameter right here, I don't know, code blocks doesn't allow me to see the actual name of the variable, so I think I'm going purely off memory here, but I think this is where we set up the extra options. Again, I'm not going to use any of them. Then this long pointer to a string takes in the name of the window class. So I'm just going to use window class dot class name. Next, this long pointer to a string right here. This takes in the name of the window. We'll call it. I'll call mine skull, but you could call yours whatever you want. Next, this is some of the window properties we have to set. So first, you want the window to be visible. to be as visible, and you can use the R operator to put more than one. Next, it could possibly overlap window, so overlapped window. I don't think we need any more for now. Next, this is the X position of the window, the starting X position of the window. I actually don't know. Let's try putting, well, I'm just gonna put like 200, and this is starting Y position. Also put 200 there. I think there's something you can do to have it so that Windows is who decides it, but I'll look into it a little bit later. The next parameter is the width of the window. I think I just want a 720p window, so that's 1280 by 720. Next, this takes in the window handle. This will take in the parent or anything like that. We don't want, it's not gonna have, this is the parent window, so we don't have anything, so no. This, if it's a menu, then this is, you will pass it to this, but this is not a menu, so you'll pass no. Next, this is the H instance, which again we passing to ring main. So no, just assign this to the instance. And then this is some, I think this is the extra. This is either the extra or the normal options that you will usually have with quick window class, but yeah, I'll just set this to no. I don't want to use any of those. Okay, so that's it. And if this error result, then that means window will not be set. Window will be set to null, so we can check. And if this happens, let's just print F window creation error. Don't forget a new line. Well, F not Windows. We should probably have a window up and running now. So let's see. Let's just first try to compile. I'm pretty sure there's an error somewhere. Okay. Other than that. Also I forgot there's also something we need to do. We need to well, we'll peek the message. We also need to remember the window procedure we just set up, and it takes in a message. Well, we have to actually dispatch the message. We'll do that in a while loop, and we'll peek message. Well, first we'll just keep a variable to keep tabs of if we're running or not. So we could just create a bool right here called running. Set it equal to true. And while running, let's just do this. We'll peek the message. We'll see what the message is. You could use something called get message, but peek message I think is a little better. It takes in a pointer to the message, which is really, we'll have to pass it as we'll have to pass in memory address. Remember the message we created right here? This is what we'll be passing. We'll pass the memory address of that. Next, it takes in the handle to a window, which we could pass no. That just means it will handle all the windows on this thread, and this is going to be the only window, so no need to worry. Next, it takes in. Actually, I can't remember what this takes in. Let me go check. Oh yeah, I remember now. It takes in the options about how much the range of things to handle. If both are set to 0, it handles everything. And then the last one is a flag, which tells the how to handle the message. We want to remove the message after it's been dispatched. An F peak message, then all we want to do is translate the message. Translate message. Again, we have to pass the address of it. And then dispatch the message. This will dispatch the message to our window procedure, and that's where we'll handle it. Okay, and that should be it. Just to see if it's working, I could add a little message to the, I could add a little printf to the console when it recites this. This will let us know that the window procedure is actually working. We're just going to say window size change. Let's not forget the new line. Okay, so this should be working for the running. Okay, so I decided we're going to move this bool outside because there's really no way to change it from in here. We're going to put it above here. And on WM quit, we're going to put bool running to true. We're going to change running to false. And it also in quit as well. Okay, let's not forget the other semicolon either. So now this should be working. We'll see. Okay, so this warning, if you guys are also getting this warning, don't worry about it. There's actually pretty much nothing you can do about it, so just ignore it. It could be safely ignored. Let's see. As you guys can see here, we have a window. Great. The first instance of window size change message is kind of a false message. I think it just changes the window from 0 to the actual size we specified. But let's also change it now and see. As you can see, we're getting the message. So great, the window procedure is working. Okay, so I'm happy with this. So that's all for this video. As I said, I'll be doing these things procedural at first, and then it will change into class-based. For the next video though, before I change to class-based, I'm just gonna put an OpenGL context on the window, and then I'll change it to class-based and abstract it so we don't have to use the win main. I'm gonna extract it so we can go back to the regular main because this kind of annoys me. Anyway, and the reason I want to do this is because I want to bundle the window and the context together, because everything we open a window, we probably will want it to have an OpenGL context. So I'm just going to bundle those into a one class. So that's why I want to wait until I put the context in the window. But yeah, that's it for this video. Next video, we're going to put the OpenGL context on it, and yeah, then after that, then we'll look to put these in a class. So okay, that's it. See you guys next time.